Hey guys, LuckyHD here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be continuing the LoomiTalk series. Of course, this is the weekly, what is this, like a podcast, basically? Where we talk about...
It's basically a podcast where we talk about Loomian legacy topics, an idea that I came up with
something like
a year ago, but then I stopped doing it for personal reasons.
And it's all Minty's fault, and I've been trying to get it back to the channel for a year.
So now it's my problem. See, it hasn't even been 30 seconds of the episode, and we're already getting controversial. Come on, dude.
Listen, so today's topic, we're going to be talking about, is Loomian Legacy dead? Or is Loomian Legacy dying? And also, what could save Loomian Legacy, okay? So, start out, of course, you know, what does that topic bring to mind? You know, what are your guys' thoughts about that, okay? We'll just get some first impressions.
I don't know if I would consider the game as dead. I would say it could be performing at like much more, but it's obviously understandable because, I mean, it's not a finished game and it's a work in progress. So, you know, as more updates come, the game will, like, literally, you know, skyrocket. That's what I think.
Yeah, no, that's true. I feel like, I mean, it may be a little dead right now. Not really dead, you know, 2K, 3K players average is pretty good. But, you know, Loominity is going on right now, and, you know, a lot of people are having fun with that, so that's cool. And I feel like once, you know, Atlantean drops, I'm praying to everything that is holy that Atlantean is gonna save this game. Not really save it because it isn't really like too dead right now, but like, you know, bring it from 2K players to maybe, I don't know, 10K players average. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Here's my you know, 2 cents on this entire thing. You know, do I think Loomian Legacy is like a dead game? Of course not. I mean, you have to look at things, you know, like the badges and all that stuff. There's like what, like 1,000 to 2,000, like 3,000 people who annually get the badge every single day. So that means
every single day,
yeah. There's like new players. There's like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 new players, you know, actually getting these badges, coming into Loomian Legacy, you know, doing all that stuff. And of course that continues to help the game grow. And then whenever there actually is things like updates, it allows for more players to actually come to the game. But
yeah, that's true. Right now, I'm looking at the medal.
600,000 badges, 600,000 winners for the Cyber, 1 million for the Wisdom, and almost 1.9 million for Harmony medal. So yeah, I mean,
and 1,000, over 1,000 was won for each medal yesterday.
Yeah, basically means it's getting 1,000 new players per day. I mean, so 30,000 per month, 100,000 every 3 months. You know, with don't even get me started when the game gets any update. I mean, it's basically people who are here playing for the adventure and for the progression, and they finish. Let's say this guy starts playing yesterday. After 5 hours, he finishes Loomian Legacy. I mean, if he's not like a really hardcore grinder, I mean, he's out. He's out to the next update, and
that's true. I feel like the majority of Loomian Legacy's fan base right now are just, they're all hardcore grinders. That's why values exist. That's why all these Discord servers exist, because literally the rest of the people that actually play Loomian Legacy are just extremely hardcore grinders. That's why the player count is so low, because, you know, not everybody can actually, you know, have the money to, you know, buy boosts and stuff.
I don't think that like Loomian, like the whole Loomian Legacy community in itself, I don't think that it is also dead either. I mean, you know, even going into things like, you know, hey, subtle flex, but like, you know, 3.6K live viewers on a Loomian Legacy stream.
Okay.
Listen.
I'm here with my humble 1,000 viewers per slice per peak on a peak, and okay, I'm here with I'm a humble dude.
Well, yeah, no, listen, I'm the same way, but I'm saying that it's absolutely insane that Loomian Legacy is starting to pull these numbers. You know, you'd have told me like back a year ago, right, that a Loomian Legacy stream would have 3.6K people watching it, right? I would have told you that you're crazy, right? Because, you know, in its current state, I don't think Loomian Legacy would have even gotten close to that, right?
But the thing is, there's a lot of factors you're leaving out in the 3,600 people.
Oh yeah, of course.
I do not feel like when Atlantean drops, either of any YouTuber who's streaming it will get more than 3,000 people watching. I do not feel that when Atlantean drops. Maybe the 2,000 or 3,000.
Here's the thing you gotta realize. I mean, that was a Vari update, though. That was a Vari update.
But that was a Vari update with the question marks. Remember that they dropped one without the question marks. You peaked at 1.5, or you peaked at 2.2, and I peaked at 1.5. Like that was without the question marks. They threw those question marks, and you peaked at 3.6. So, because there's 3,600 people trying to find how to get that Vari, and no one knows, dude. and who's your best friend?
Hey, I mean, low-key, I think that they should keep doing that, though, because here's the thing, though.
Oh, they will, they will,
like,
they will.
When you have
me,
when you have something like question marks, and you have something like mystery, and this is, you know, I'm gonna be real, you know, just 100%, Loomian Legacy is missing the mystery, right? It is also missing an incentive for people to actually play the game. Or like, I'm not gonna say play the game, but I'm gonna say return to the game every single day, of course.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, I get that. And that actually brings up another topic, like, for example, what could actually revive the game?
Daily mastery.
Daily mastery, exactly. That's where I was going with that. Daily mastery. That could be a really good way to actually, you know, make the game, you know, replayable for people to come back and actually, you know, want to play the game again.
Then again, let's say you're saying daily mastery will make the game replayable, right?
Well, I'm not saying only that.
Well, let's go back to the example of the user that you began playing Loomian Legacy yesterday. After 5 hours, they dipped the game. They stopped playing because they got the 3 medals. You're saying that this could help the game get basically those people back. However, there's already the mastery system, and it took me 2 days. I'm talking about 20 hours to finish mastery. So
well, listen, I'm not saying that, right? I'm not saying that, you know, we need to have something like daily mastery be into the game, you know, incentivize players to actually come back to the game. I'm saying that in general, there needs to be something that draws players back into the game.
Yeah,
and it's just and it's like it needs to be something that is a recurring feature over and over and over again that brings the players back. Right. You know, whether that be in Atlantean City, right? They put out a new, like, I'm just gonna use the term mega stones and mega evolution just as a basis, right? But you know, they have you know, new mega stones and stuff like that for Loomians, right? Well then, what if, you know, every single week, right, they release 1 to 2 new megas, right? They release like something new. And the thing is too, you know, with megas are actually something that is a very interesting thing, because you actually have, you know, these really cool, or like, you know, I mean, we of course don't know what they would look like, but you would have these, like, you know, kind of cool looking things that people would come back to and be like, oh my gosh, you know, I want to go try that out. That actually seems something interesting. And it can also bridge people into things like PvP, because we all know the PvP scene right now in Loomian Legacy, it's a little bit shaky.
I would agree on that. It is, and here's the thing with PvP, right? What got me
don't even get me
PvP,
started.
right? Like what got me into PvP? Because I used to play Pokemon Brick Bronze. Pretty sure all of us in here.
Yeah, I was on the leaderboard for PvP.
That's where I'm. Yeah, exactly. That's where I'm going with this.
If that matters.
The only reason why I even did PvP, because I was addicted to PvP in Brick Bronze, mainly because, you know, there's a lot of Pokemon, a lot of teams you can do, you know, a lot of strategies you can come up with, right? But the main reason why I played was because of Ranked. Ranked really got me into PvP.
Yeah.
I really wanted to be in that leaderboard, and I feel like that could help the PvP scene so much. Just adding that little feature, that would help.
How many Loomians do we got? 160 right now?
No, it's
I don't know.
It's like 142, I'm pretty sure.
So, I remember back in the day they say they didn't get the rank because there was not enough Loomians. Is there enough Loomians right now? Dude, what do you think?
Over 100 plus. I mean, and in Atlantean, there's gonna be like maybe 200 plus.
No, maybe I think
100, but
they're gonna drop 20 to 30 Loomians with Atlantean, so maybe 160, 170 Loomians in total after Atlantean, plus the new variations that we're getting each week. That's 1 Loomian, 1 Loomian, 1 Loomian. We're talking about potentially by the end of whenever Atlantean is out, we're talking about 170 to 180 Loomians. So is PvP ranked medals, should they be released, dude? They should.
And here's the thing as well.
They should, yeah.
You know, with all of those 170, you know, possible things that are going to be coming out, how many of those are actually PvP viable? Of course, everything is PvP viable. I've seen people run Raburn sets. I've seen people run Odachos. You know, just like all of these weird Loomians that you wouldn't even think of.
The Eaglet sets.
Yeah, like literally just any Loomian that you can think of imaginable. I mean, people
literally
are using
pro-pay. Like Jamie beats people with like poison pro.
The fact that the fact that people are using these Loomians inside of PvP tells me, like, I don't know, they're just kind of looking for new things to do, and I think I feel like, you know, when they actually do come out with stuff like this, yeah, you know, it's a troll set, but at the same time, you know, you kind of look at it as like, hey, please give us something. We're sitting here making sets for pro pay.
For pro pay, yeah.
We need something to do. But I feel like, you know, if, you know, ranked came to Loomian Legacy and all that stuff, it definitely would revive that player base of, you know, old PvP players and possibly even bringing new PvP players into the game.
It would definitely bring me into PvP.
Oh, yeah,
right now, I'm
same.
only into hunting, right? Like, dude, only thing I'm interested in right now is hunting and looking for stuff, because PvP gives me, I don't have a motive for it, right? There's nothing interesting about PvP for me right now.
For the casual player, I guess, but for the PvP players, they're in there 24/7, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying for me personally, I don't really have a motive myself, because it's not really. Yeah. It's fun, but at the same time, it like gets repetitive. So I feel like ranked would make it just 1,000 times better for me personally. I would definitely play PvP a lot more. And
dude, to be fair, like, okay, this might come as a shock to all of you guys, but
oh my gosh.
I don't play Loomian Legacy. I don't, like, Loomian Legacy is not a game that I will go back to every single day and be like, oh my gosh, I'm having so much fun playing this game. And that, you know, that might sound a little bit, again, surprising to a lot of you, but I don't think of Loomian Legacy as, you know, just a game that I can sit there and play for hours on end and be happy, right? Like, it's more like tasking or you know, or something like that, if that makes sense, rather than actually, you know, enjoyable. Because I mean, listen, you're not gonna walk out in your patch of grass in the first 10 seconds and find a gamma roaming. You have to sit there and walk around WASD for the next 7 hours and get like a gamma twiddle or something like that. Like, I'm not trying to sit there and have no reward. Of course, I get that that's not Loomian Legacy's fault. That's, you know, just how RNG and stuff like that works.
That's just RNG,
but but at the same time,
remember, that's just like a hunting.
Yeah, that's but like there's nothing in Loomian Legacy right now that appeals to me. Like, who am I when it comes to Loomian Legacy? I'm the type of person that I like the story, I like the lore, I like looking into things.
So then you're
exactly, and that's what you're casual, exactly, and that's
which a lot of people are casuals.
Yeah, I will say I'm a casual.
The majority of people,
I'm a casual player because there is nothing to turn me over and make me interested in something else. Again, like Poke said, you know, ranked battles, all of this stuff, you know, adding, you know, new mega evolutions, adding, you know, new just features to the game. Hey, listen, again, bringing up the thing of like daily mastery would be so cool. You know, maybe if you had like
daily mastery would be cool.
It'd be really dope. Yeah,
dude, but like, listen, you know, you have something like, you know, oh, go knock out like 100 Babors or something like that, and oh, lo and behold, you get a boost token. Could you imagine how much free-to-play players that's gonna bring back to the game?
Then again, maybe not a boost token, maybe like Loomi dollars or stuff.
What are you gonna use with Loomi dollars? Here's the thing.
But you cannot be giving away boost tokens like it's Christmas, my guy.
But don't make the reward, or don't make the task so easy. You know, like I said, knock him out.
Maybe like a 2-hour to 3-hour test for a boost token once or twice per week. Maybe
about 2 to 3 hours just for one.
I mean, listen, knocking out 100 Babors is a lot harder than you would expect.
Giving away boost tokens, no one's gonna buy them, man. Then there's no point for that.
The thing is, knocking out 100 Babors and it's like a day. That's time.
But you gotta realize, Menti, I mean, if people get that boost token and they you know, maybe get something out of that boost token, you gotta think about what that does to sales. You know, oh my gosh, I just found something with 1 boost token. Well, imagine what if I bought 50 for 800 Robux? What could I get with that? You know, it does technically incentivize people to actually still buy things.
Yeah, but then when they get nothing, they're never gonna do it again.
I mean, people are always gonna complain.
Oh yeah, people are always gonna complain. I mean, I'm guilty of that myself, of course. I like complaining. Listen,
complaining HD.
Listen, I like complaining because I want to see this game grow and change. I think that there are a lot of ideas from the community that I have definitely seen that 100% need to be inside the game. You know, I'm gonna bring up something from this dude named Mr. Verge. He was actually the dude that brought up the mastery.
You keep tweeting about him every day.
Yeah, dude. He made another thing talking about like a YCOM system or something like that from I forgot what game it was, like Sword and Shield or something like that, X and Y, I don't know. But basically, you know, it was just a little like small social feature that basically was saying that oh, you know, so and so found an Akazane on route whatever. And here's the thing though, the feedback to such a small feature like that was like, it actually kind of like shocked me, because people were enjoying it, and people want to see something like that in the game. They said, oh, you know, I'd actually use this feature and look at it.
That's like something you would suggest after Atlantean is out? Because you gotta remember, all the focus right now of the development team is very at Atlantean. If you tell them, hey, what about this? Right now, I'm pretty sure they might consider it, but not really do much. So if you want to push ideas like that, you gotta wait after Atlantean, then push all those ideas, because why would they dedicate, I don't know, whatever time it could take to make that feature rather than working on Atlantean?
Yeah, and I probably will do that, but I genuinely think stuff like that, you know, like, it's the little things for me, okay? The little things inside of Loomian Legacy are what makes this game great, right? You know, you have things like, you know, the move animations. I thought the move animations were such a good step in the right direction. The only thing now, what I believe, though, is, of course, they need to have sounds for, you know, the animations. And I'll bring up a great video from somebody, I believe, named, Frontier Gauge, I believe.
Oh, yeah, he made
a
sound effects, yeah.
Oh, I accidentally just played my own video, but, like, he made
a
bunch of you know, videos talking, or you know, showcasing like some move animations with sounds and stuff like that. And I think a lot of, you know, things like that could definitely, you know, I can see, because there is a lot of people that, you know, again, myself included, that do appreciate and do like these little features and play the game to see those little features.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense, but those little features, like I said, it's things that they could focus on later on in the future, not right now. Right now, the focus is on Atlantean, and, like, I mean, I'm surprised no one has brought this point up before, but the topic of this is Loomian Legacy dead? Let's think about Pokemon Break Bronze before Atlantean. Wasn't Pokemon Break Bronze pulling the same amount of viewers before Atlantean?
I'm not sure about the same amount of
not viewers, before, sorry, players,
like, players before Atlantean.
No,
it was higher, but it definitely, like, was around the same. But then
I feel like Brick Bronze was pulling the same amount. I feel like I never saw Brick Bronze with pulling consistently 5 digits before Atlantean. I don't know. That's
yeah. Atlantean really did blow it up. I'm not gonna lie. Atlantean really did blow it up.
Literally, and I get it because Atlantean blew up.
Okay.
Come on, that was funny.
It was a good
hey, I got it.
But yeah, you were saying.
Yeah, no, it was, yeah. Atlantean definitely, like, blew up Pokemon Brick Bronze, and I feel like Atlantean could have the same effect if the devs, do this right. If they pull it off right, and they, like, you know,
they will.
You know, bring back
I have no doubt in my mind.
Bring back, like, what really got Atlantean City to be an amazing city, in my opinion, was the fact that there were 4 separate areas you could go to. You know, the battling area, the all these different areas, park areas. And the amount of different things you could do there, like there were Megastone shops, there were like Lucky's Lotto, or
my only worry though is that
and all that,
like,
and you could even change Rotom's form. Like, think about that. But that's, you know,
I don't want Loomian Legacy to mess this up. I have, you know, very high confidence in the devs, but at the same time, you know, it more actually kind of relies on the community, right? You have something like the Gopipon, which I thought the Gopipon was a phenomenal update, right? But at the same time, you know, there was really, like everybody was complaining that, oh, where's the gleamings for, you know, the tier 3 Goppies? Can we at least get one gleaming tier 3? You know, and listen. I feel I don't want something like that to happen with Atlantean, where people, you know, set the bar so high, and, you know, it comes out and it's not up to their expectations, which I think Atlantean City is going to be amazing, okay? Don't get me wrong. But I just don't want, you know, something to come out and people are like, oh, you know, where's the arcade? Where's the Lucky Lotto? Where's this and this and this and this and this and this and this?
Yeah,
and then they ultimately don't play the game. You know?
And this brings me back to
trust me, they will play it, whatever. No arcade, and no apartments, whatever. They will play it.
People are still gonna play. You're right.
They complain, but they're gonna play it, dude. They're like, oh, where's the
but they're not gonna come back. It's not gonna revive. That's the thing. If there's no arcade and
but hear me out. When Atlantean was originally released, arcade was not released with Atlantean. Arcade came like a month later, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that.
It didn't release with Atlantean, but the problem is
still did good.
Yes, that's true, but people's expectations, you know, especially people...
You also gotta realize half this community is children, and the children have the attention span of an actual goldfish, and, you know, that's going after a lot of people, I'll say that. But at the same...
LuckyHD roasting his viewers.
Yeah, well, no, listen, I'm gonna be 100% honest, you know, again, I like to keep things real. I think, you know, a lot of the community, you know, whether it be my community, your community, Pokenova's community, Roblox in general is for kids, right? And especially you have this new age of kids, you know, coming to Loomian Legacy and playing it that, you know, maybe didn't play Pokemon Brick Bronze, that they are sitting there and they're whining and saying, oh my gosh, I want update now. Like, I want this now, I want this by this day, and they're just needy. You know, there is a lot of needy children, and I think that is what contributes to Loomian Legacy, you know, not having a good player count, is because you have these people over here complaining and complaining and complaining. Update comes out, update does good for like 2 days, update stops because people start complaining.
Yeah, and the reason why Bronze did so
sorry, Pokemon, let me interrupt you.
Or update dies down.
Update
dies down. That's you know what I mean.
Proceed, Pokemon, proceed.
It dies down. But yeah.
I mean, it does kind of die down. But like, anyways, yeah, no, for Atlantean, I don't know. I feel like.
What do you feel like with Atlantean? You feel like it's gonna do good? It's gonna revive it? Quote unquote revive it?
Quote unquote. I mean, again with what you were talking about earlier, you said it was gonna die down, Lucky. Again, it really depends on.
Well, when you have an update, like, you know, Atlantean or something like that, when Atlantean's gonna be their biggest update, I don't think it's gonna die down after like 2 days. I think it's gonna take like a month. But you know, I'm gonna bring up another topic, and I think they should start looking into, you know, continuing the story in a way that brings back Tess, okay?
I was gonna say that. No, like, Tess is a big topic. If we wanna go to Tess, let's finish this topic. Then we can make like a 3-hour episode talking about Tess.
Hold on, before we go on to another topic, the one thing I want to say is that, you know, we're expecting all of this stuff, but like, we have to remember, T-Radam is the only scripter, and that's like one of the main problems in my opinion. I feel like T-Radam, you know, I'm not
really,
different. Brad does the job well.
He does the job well.
Brad does the job well, but he codes it differently, and the updates obviously are slower.
And you know, I see.
Hold on, Lucky, let me speak. When Brick Bronze, in my opinion, was that successful because, you know, updates came in frequently, and that's because, you know, Pokemon already existed. He could just put the stuff in, right, the sprites or whatever. But Loomian Legacy is this whole original creation, right? And T-Radam has to, like, you know, do all this original stuff, you know, make up everything, you know, make it up
the sprites, the moves, this and that.
I feel like but even then, though, I feel like they should still strive for like 2 battle theaters a year, you know?
I don't know. That's Lucky. That's extremely unreasonable.
But listen,
2 battle theaters a year will be nice.
That is the problem.
Think. If we're gonna have 8 battle theaters in this game, I'm gonna be 18 by the time that this game has 8 gyms.
Lucky, I might be married by the time of this game.
Exactly, Armenti might have a wife and kids by the time Loomian Legacy is completed, and that honestly, that like hurts my brain thinking about, right? I don't know how much longer, or well, I'm not gonna say how much longer. I don't know like where Loomian Legacy is gonna be in 4 years, you know, is Loomian Legacy gonna still be alive?
I'm not trying to be like 20 and pulling in the same amount of years.
The good thing about that is that you can see where Loomian Legacy is gonna be from 2 to 3 years from now. They're gonna be working on the gyms. Tell me if you can see the same thing about any other game in Roblox right now. Any other game. Tell me if you can see 2 months into the future of any other game right now. Loomian Legacy assures you that there's gonna be a future. There's gonna be, okay, yeah, in 2 years we're gonna be working in a battle theater. In 3 years we're gonna be working.
Well, maybe some cataclysmic event happens where like a meteor strikes T-Radam's house and he has to move again. And then God
forbid.
God forbid.
Yo, if it's the end of the world, I'm gonna need the developers to leak the story. I need to see if Tess comes back. Nonetheless,
she's coming back though, dude. Listen, this is gonna open up a whole nother can of worms for this video, but listen, Tess has to come back. because Looker and all of them, you remember at the end of Pokemon Brick Bronze, Looker and Taz.
Isn't Looker a Pokemon?
They don't have to put Looker inside of the thing, right? So for everybody that doesn't know, Looker is the international space police, basically. He's like a space detective kind of thing, where he goes with his Absol to places that have high levels of danger. He goes there, tries to mitigate the situation, then dips, right? Well, he brought himself to the Pokemon Brick Bronze world, and well, doesn't it sound a little bit, kind of a little interesting, that the fact that, oh, he has this danger sensing Absol. What if something happens in Loomian Legacy where he's just like, oh, I gotta go take this call real quick. Maybe let me turn up the gain. Where's the gain on my microphone? Maybe Atlantean City explodes, right? And lo and behold, it's such a big event that it triggers on Looker's thing. He's like, oh my gosh. Looker goes there, and then maybe brings Tess along, and boom.
I don't think Atlantean is gonna explode. Atlantean already exploded because
that's why Atlantean
fell from the sky.
Well, no. I'm saying, I don't know. Time is very weird, so maybe if it happened in a certain... You think it's gonna
explode and then fall into a cave?
I didn't say that, but okay. Either that or, something happens where, hey, for all we know, Cypress could come back. I'ma be real. Cypress could come back, and hear me out.
I kind of agree with Lucky, because Cypress...
Dude, Cypress is not a Pokemon character, first of all. Second of all, Cypress... He literally summoned a portal to Hoopa. He could do it again. All we know that Cypress could have got brought into a world. Cypress could have got brought into a world where there's 20 million Hoopas, right? We don't know. But at the same time, could you imagine how much of an interesting story dynamic it would be for Cypress to come back to Loomian Legacy and see that Atlantean City fell out of the sky?
Loomian Legacy.
No.
Why? He got sent to a dimension close to Jake's, so close to the one we're in right now. Why would he go through all the hassle to come back? What's in it for Cypress?
But dude, I don't think that message of, oh, they are very close to each other or something like that is such a specific line of text that they included in there. They could have said that, oh, we transfer them to 2 different dimensions or something like that, but they said we transfer them to 2 different dimensions and they are close to each other.
Okay, well, let's hop off this topic because it's we're getting too deep into this.
We're getting riled up.
But my answer is that right now it's performing okay, but it's just a phase, okay? Loomian Legacy is one of those phases.
Yeah, it's going through an emo phase right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes in life, sometimes you're doing okay. You could be doing better, but you're doing okay, and that's Loomian Legacy right now.
Yeah, at the moment,
doing okay. Could be doing better, but it's doing okay right now.
Peaks and valleys.
Yeah, exactly.
And when more updates come, more things get released. Loomian Legacy, literally gonna be balling, dude. Literally, Steph Curry stepping back, dropping the 3-pointer, dude. Halftime.
It's like peaks and Currys. What? Peaks and valleys. Peaks and valleys, but except the peaks and valleys are like Mount Everest and the Grand Canyon. It's like literally, it's just really big.
It's like our subscriber count each time there's an update,
Yeah, it's like my sub count is gonna be after this Vari update is over, and I'm gonna go back, to normalcy. Actually, well, not really, because Atlantean's coming out, but
Well, guys, I want to say this. I don't know about you guys, but one thing that made me like Pokemon Brick Bronze a lot. Compared to Loomian Legacy. Not the story, not the fact that there aren't as many Loomians, none of that. It's the fact that, it's something that really can't be changed, and it's just my opinion on the matter, but it's the fact that they're using old, in Pokemon Brick Bronze, they use old Roblox models, and, everything is old. It's, 2016, it's OG. It's so, to me personally, it brings back so many memories, and that's why I like Brick Bronze. Way more than Loomian at the moment.
I'm checking.
Can always get better, and Loomian is always, because again, it's not the same game as Brick Bronze. It's
I feel like you're clouded by the nostalgia, though, because you
Yeah,
gotta realize, Pokemon,
yeah, exactly.
listen, Pokemon Brick Bronze, like, build-wise, was not a good game. Like, story-wise, and, you know, coding and all that stuff, it was an amazing game, you know. Pokemon Brick Bronze, I will say, had more story than most mainstream $60 Pokemon games, right? And that says something, okay?
And it does.
That was really one of the main reasons why I actually played the game, and that's another reason that I think that why Loomian Legacy or why Pokemon Brick Bronze wasn't really a dead game, and people kept coming back to it. Because I mean, you have things like the story. Like the story was interesting, especially, dude. I mean, I came back to Loomian Legacy for Lucky Lotto every single day. I always sat there and bought my extra spins, hoping to get a, you know, Mega Steelixite or not a Mega Steelixite, but like a Mega Mutanite or like a Mega Latiasite or whatever the top prize was for the day.
Mutanite X and stuff. And why, dude? I always wanted to get one of those. Literally, and yeah, you're right. I'd always come back to the lotto, and then after that, right, I do some PvP, or I do some. Here's another thing they're missing from PvP, right? Remember in Brick Bronze, there were all these maps you could go to in PvP, like, that you could fight people on all these different maps, and it was so cool. That's one thing that
battle backgrounds, I think is what you mean.
Here. Battle backgrounds. That was so cool. I want them to bring that back.
I've been doing some research here while you guys are talking. I'm checking into the stats of Loomian Legacy, okay? You want to know how many people won the first batch in Pokemon Brick Bronze? 8.8 million won the first batch in Brick Bronze. The second one was won by 4.6 million. The third one was won by 3.2 million, and so on. Also, the very update, it peaked at 7,000 people. Then it went down, and then the next day it peaked at 4,000. Then it went down. The next day it peaked at 4,000 again. Went down, and then the next day it peaked at 500 people.
I thought the Bari update peaked at like 13K though.
No, I'm checking it right now. Here, I'm gonna give you the link. Basically, what this is telling me is these very updates are doing good for the game. Okay, it's slowly going down, but like if you just drop one update per week, it's gonna go back to 7, then 5, then peak at 5, then.
That's true.
So right now I just wanted to say that Pokemon Brick Bronze fact, even though it's not related. Nonetheless, the peaking fact is related, as you mentioned. Like it peaks, then it goes down. It peaks, then it goes down. I mean, it's in a downward trend right now, but I wouldn't consider it dead, dude. As the fact that if the player count goes up at the middle of the day each day,
Atlantean will be its saving grace. I don't
know.
That's what I feel like.
It's a dead. I'm telling you, dude, like each time the game peaks each day at 12 a.m. Yeah. which makes me now that I think about it, no, that's the reason why they dropped the update at 1 p.m. because that's 1 hour after the peak. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just looking at statistics here. But yeah, dude, like I said before, the game right now is doing okay. It will be doing better. I would not say it's dead, but I would not say that it's alive either.
Yeah, it's kind of,
I'd say it's like
it's kind of in that like awkward middle stage. You know?
Yeah. And like I said before, hold on. Like I said before, you can see what the game's gonna be doing 2 years from now. You cannot say the same about any other game in Roblox. Tell me what, I don't know, Arsenal is gonna be updating it a year from today. What can you expect from Arsenal a year from today? You don't know. Tell me what you can expect.
Actually, Armenti, Granny, Boss Baby Obby is updating every single week with a new part of the obby. And
okay. I'm sorry. Every Loomian Legacy and Granny, excluding every other day, you know what's gonna happen. But the point is, Loomian Legacy is a game that's in progress, dude. It's like you cannot expect it to be pulling 15,000 players when it only has 3 gyms.
That's true. Yeah, you can't really expect that. And
you cannot expect that when it only has 140 Loomians. Let me remind you, Brick Bronze was released with 74 Pokemon, I believe. The first gym was released with 74 Pokemon. By the third gym, there were already like 300 Pokemon or something like that.
Not only that, but the third gym also released way earlier than Loomian Legacies, and which kept the player count like, you know, active, and it kept a lot of people. But dude, I was in the Loomian Legacy like group, like the actual like group for Llama Train Studios a while back, and I made a video when I was like at less than 1K subs, and it was just me reacting to the people talking in the group, and it was literally just full of I'm quitting the game. When's Sephiroth? Like, what's going on here? And it's been like, well, it's been 9 months. When are they gonna do Sephiroth? And stuff like that.
Sephiroth was
and
such.
That's what really
Sephiroth was such
Sephiroth.
a poorly managed time. Like, that time period, I still don't even know. I uploaded a daily video every single day of the great fallout that was Sephiroth City, right?
You had to make a video called Jesus in Loomian. Jesus.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I made a video called Jesus is Coming to Loomian Legacy or something like that, where it was just like there was like a Bible, bot that was like going to Roblox games and like spamming like Bible verses, and I made a video called like, is Jesus coming to Loomian Legacy, or just some stupid thing like that.
Oh
but I will say, you know, listen. Dude, I will like it partially, not partially. It mainly kind of was. You know, like the devs' fault, and you know they didn't, you know, provide. Well, listen. They didn't provide communication on what was going on. Of course, we know T. Bradham was moving and all that stuff. He was moving houses. Well, maybe if T. Bradham said that he was moving houses, I don't know.
What?
I mean, of course, you know, when you have a community full of children, they're probably still gonna be like, well, move faster. But you know, I definitely think that there should have been more communication with the fans, right? And I think, listen, right now,
you're talking about Sephiroth?
Yeah, I'm talking about Sephiroth. I'm talking about Sephiroth. Like the period from like March to August. I'm talking about like that little period, or that not little period.
We're not gonna talk about that period.
Bronze. Here's another reason why
we're bringing up Brick Bronze.
Well, no, listen. The devs were so much more active on Twitter back then in Brick Bronze. Like, they would speak to everybody.
The devs were active, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, especially now, dude. I will say,
like, Lando used to talk every single day.
With them doing this Rainbow Dusket, or this Rainbow Dusket giveaway, you know, them, you know, providing stuff for content creators, you know, them talking on Twitter, them putting out these weekly updates. It gives me
improvement. This is a big improvement.
Dude, literally, again, like, I'm gonna read.
That we only got one tweet in like 3 months, I believe, like last year. We've gotten like 6 tweets in a month this year.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying last year. I'm saying last year.
Then that's not relevant to this podcast.
Well, no. I'm saying that the reason why it's dead is because, well, another reason. There's multiple reasons, but like I'd say a little tiny reason why it's dead is because the devs wouldn't really tell us anything in the time span where Sephiroth was kind of like, you know, not happening for 9 months. They weren't active like at all. Like,
I'm gonna agree with Poke. I did see so many people, like, it is actually like scary how many people I saw say that, you know, they were quitting the game because, you know, the developers weren't, you know, saying anything.
Bro,
and they weren't
those
responding.
people, those
listen,
happens.
Yeah, those people.
Every update. Then they come back.
Well, I have not seen it as bad as it was when Sephiroth City came out, because they were saying their main thing. They were saying that all we want is community interaction.
We're getting that communication.
You remember when I like. What was it? You remember the entire
We're getting
thing
that
of, like,
community
interaction thing that I started like pushing out a while ago, and I mean, hey, look at it now. You know, we're chilling. I was like, you know, dude, we need like a community manager or something like that. Community manager, boom, you know, comes into the thing. Like, I feel like it's cool because they're actually like listening to us. You know.
They always are listening. You just don't know that. Trust me, dude. Like, if I can tell you one thing about the Loomian Legacy developers,
they always are listening.
I'll bet my entire Gamma Egg collection that at least one dev is listening to us right now. 37 minutes into the video, one dev is still. I can bet you that.
Probably.
That's all I'm gonna say, dude. But yeah, it's been like what, 40 minutes now. I think it's been a good long talk.
So yeah, any closing thoughts? Of course, you know, relating back to the main topic itself, because I mean, the thing about, you know, podcasts and stuff is podcasts. Yeah, you know, we like to, you know, center around the main, I guess, topic, right? But at the same time, you know, it's always nice to, you know, branch out and talk about other things.
Yeah.
I feel like we did nail a bunch of points though. But
yeah,
again,
definitely.
If there is anything else you guys want to talk about, I'll let Poke start first. If you want to say anything else.
No, not really. Yeah, but
thoughts?
I just want to answer the question: is Loomian Legacy dead? I'm just gonna say no. I don't think it's dead. I personally think that, you know, right now, especially, it's doing pretty okay. It has like around 4K people playing right now. Last time I checked, like which was like 10 minutes ago, and literally, I don't know. I feel like compared to
hear me out. March 2020, the downtime, which is basically like the lowest point of the game at the latest part of the night. The downtime of Loomian Legacy, it was 500 to 600 people playing. Now the downtime nowadays is 2,300 people playing.
Exactly, it definitely improved. It didn't. It's improving slowly but surely.
Like,
and Atlantean will just make it better.
Loomian Legacy is a long-term thing. It's not a short-term thing. So, Loomian Legacy right now, I wouldn't say it's dead, but I would not say it's alive.
We aren't even halfway done with the game yet. We're still in the 3rd battle theater.
People just gotta wait, dude.
Loomian Legacy was a little bit more patient, and we just pray to God that Atlantean will just.
Thing is, Loomian Legacy is a game that was made for you to play it when it's finished. Since we're playing it as it's being made. And people are like, oh my gosh, it's dead. Buy him. Go. I get if it's pulling 2,000 people when it's done, then that's a different topic. But for now, it's not a finished game. It's a work in progress. For it could be doing slightly better. However, I understand why, because it's only 3 gyms and people, that's all they care about, the battle theater, sadly, because there's much more aspects to the game they're missing out on. But yeah, those are my closing thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, hey, my thoughts, is Loomian Legacy dead? I wouldn't say it's dead. I'm gonna, again, reiterate what Menti said earlier. It's not dead, but it's not alive, okay? It's in that middle area. It's kind of that awkward area where it's just like, you know, it peaks sometimes, but, you know, it has its moments, right? But yeah, I mean, that's about it. You know, that's all my thoughts. So yeah, pretty successful episode today, guys. Of course, if you are, you know, you're still here at the 40-minute mark, definitely comment down below your thoughts about this entire thing. You know, go answer the question: is Loomian Legacy dead? Also, drop a like. You know, go subscribe to everybody, of course, featured in this podcast. KOWZ channel, our Menti's channel. We're gonna be doing these episodes hopefully once a week or twice a week, and they're all gonna be uploaded on different channels. So again, go check their channels out in the description below. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you got another like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.
LuckyHD is gay.